What day is this? Thursday. You gotta excuse all that ding ding ding. I had to turn off the engine. I was trying to get warm. This is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, in the afternoon with some grown folk talk for you. I am live here, um, doing my afternoon thoughts, and man, it's like I I just needed to chime in with you guys. It's like it's just one of those doggone when things just make you just question why. Why do you feel a certain way? Why are you dragging today? Why didn't you get sleep last night? Why? Some days is just better than others. For the most part, have had a pretty decent day, but the weather's a little different today. Yesterday it was scorching hot. Today it's like, all right, it's all right. But I didn't get no sleep last night. I can't tell y'all what that was about, but I know it's been a lot of things on my mind. Been dealing with a few things, and it is, not only in your personal life, but in your business life and stuff like that, and people you work with certain projects. It just seemed like things all happen at one time, and you be wondering why is this going down, and then all of a sudden, then you get hit with the possibility of a argument with whoever you're dealing with, whoever your situationship is. You get into a lightweight argument, and I just want to tell y'all, arguing. Some people say that just because you have words, back and forth, or not back and forth, but just kind of saying how you feel about something, if you are going through that with someone you care about, that's not arguing, you guys. It's not arguing. It is expressing yourself. Now, it's not excuse me, it's not the expression or expressing yourself that is the concern, it's how. Because some people mean well, they mean well, but their deliverance and how they bring it out and forth and put places on the table is whack, totally whack. So you got to pay attention to your deliverance. But by all means, no, it's not arguing to express yourself. You need to express yourself. You need to let it be known how you feel. How will they know? How will they know? So back again to these things that make you go, that you are trying to figure out why. Why are these dynamics happening, and why are they happening all at once? And what's interesting while I'm doing this video, you guys, I don't know if you guys remember, but when I was growing up, little young girl, and we used to live in the projects and play, you know, uh, double dutch and make roller coasters and slide down the hill and play hide and go seek. Nobody play hide and go get it. Hide and go seek. We used to see sometime these ladybugs, and it's one on my window right now. I wish I can move this camera to show you guys, but I don't want to even do that because then I'm gonna be turned upside down and all that with the camera. I ain't got time for that today, y'all. But anyway, trust me what I say. It's a ladybug that is right here on my window. Now we used to have to say, hold a ladybug in our hand and make a wish. You know, you just make a wish. I'm gonna try to put some light on here because for some reason today I ain't got much light. I don't know what that's about either. Okay, so yeah, we used to hold them in our hand. We used to make a wish, and then let it blow away. And this ladybug has been sitting on my windshield since I've been here in the car, and I may have to grab up on it when I get up out of here shortly. So, anyway, I just thought I'd share that. But yeah, so asking, why is all this stuff happening? And another thing I wanted to bring up, when you have someone come to you about something serious that they're dealing with or going through, and they pretty much believe whatever it is they're going through, and they want your support and believe in it too, but you just don't believe it. Uh, how do you deal with that? How do you be supportive of someone that is dealing through something drastic, but you just don't you know what they're talking about and going through is just not really happening. It's all in their head, or they could be going through some other, medical situations or whatever. And you try to direct them to go and get themselves some help and deal with it. But, you know, people, especially grown folks, they are stubborn. Don't nobody want to do nothing that they're told to do that may help a situation. You guys, I know you probably say this girl is off the hook, but I gotta put a little bit of color on my lips. Anyway, um, yeah. So, you dealing with the situation that you want to be there, and you got all your other issues that's coming at you at one time in life, and they don't think you're supportive because you're not believing what they're saying or what their needs are. And I just want to say it's not about not being supportive of someone that's coming to you regarding something. It's also looking at the fact that not only are they dealing with things, but you are too. And it's dealing with the reality of what they're bringing to you. Um, sometimes we all go through periods of our lives where things just don't make sense. They just don't make sense for a minute. And you're trying to weigh it and you're trying to get it to make sense. And then you're sharing it with someone that you trust and that you deal with, and they're pretty much saying, you ain't making sense. This is not, no, no, no. And they're not really being in agreement with you. And not being in agreement don't mean that you're not being supportive. Understand that. It does not mean the fact that you are listening and you are approachable and you're there and you care, you're being there. You're there. You just don't have to always agree. But sometimes, we have to also look outside the box of it ain't all about you. It ain't all about you and your situation. Other people got situations too. And some don't even want to get involved with or concerned with what your situation is because it's all about their situation. And they want you to be Johnny on the bunny, jump to it, listen to it, deal with it, empathize with it, um, try to come up with a strategy and a plan about it, all that. And you sitting up there dumbfounded. Just what? Now, how am I going to do that? And I got all this going on. You know what I'm saying? So, sometimes we just do too much judgmental stuff on the next person, and because we're blindsided with everything that's going on with us. We're not the only one having issues. We're not the only one going through something. You know, I don't always share everything I'm going through. Today at work, I started having these stomach cramps and issues that I'm like, where did that come from? And it was pretty bad, pretty bad to the point where I wanted to go home and just lay down. Pretty bad to the point that I didn't even want to continue doing what I'm doing right now, bringing this talk to you guys. But I started feeling better after taking a little something, and I'm able to function. But, you know, there's some that I have talked to today or maybe hit me a message or something. And it's strange how a lot of times people don't even ask, well, how you doing? How you feeling today? How's your day? But they're quick to go off about what's going on with them. You know what I'm saying? So, we just got to be mindful that everybody has a life, everybody has situations, everybody has heavy weights. It's not just your weights. And we have to be appreciative, and we have to be respectful people being there for us, and even if it's just listening, or helping us through a situation, a tough time, or trying to be understanding of things, because there's a lot of people who will try to take advantage of another's niceness and another's help and another's uh, positive, you know, vision and energy. They'll try to take advantage of that and just want to focus on what they're dealing with. But we all have our situations. So what do, you guys? I mean, when what why does everything seem to happen all at one time? If you notice, if you're having a bad day, it seems like you just have a domino effect of boom, 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 boom. Everything just start crumbling. You know, you wake up when something is not right. You go to bed, something's not right. During the day, the teacher is calling you about your kids. At work, your boss is calling you in the office because it's something you have forgot even all about. You start having this, on the freeway, traffic, cars start shaking, all kinds of stuff. And it's like, why is all this happening all at once? Why am I getting this dark cloud of things that's happening in one situation? And then when you want to reach out to some and let them know that you're dealing with, they don't nobody want to hear you. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. They don't want to hear it. They don't want to hear it because they too fixated on their own issues. So they don't care nothing about how your day was. So it's so refreshing when somebody will ask, how was your day? How are you doing? How are you feeling? Let me know if there's anything I can do. And I'm not talking about those that you throw the lug out and always, you say, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. And every time you turn around, they're asking for something for you to do. Can you, um, can, and you're like, oh Lord, I did not mean it like that. I just meant that if you are in a situation somewhat, let me know if there's something I can do. Not everything. Not everything. The weights of that is just too heavy. So how do we deal with when everything is on us at one time? I mean, I will say this. Prayer works. Prayer definitely works. Before you know it, you know you get a lightness and an airiness about you and the situation that you're going through. And even if it doesn't happen right in that moment, it eventually starts to unfold and happen, and you're like, oh wow, thank you. I mean, things just will start happening. I had not too long ago prayed about I was having a little financial thing going on where the job owed me some back pay, and the taxes got lost. I told you guys that. And, just one little situation after another, right? And I was like, man, I need to find that. Next thing I know, stuff just started happening. The money started coming that was behind. The taxes showed up. I mean, you start getting, the only thing I did was prayed about the situation and let it go in the moment, and I was able to stay afloat. But at the same time, I'm behind with some stuff, so I gotta really just get back on track, because I don't know about y'all, but I don't like being behind. I don't like the stress of being behind in nothing, especially when it comes to taking care of business, finances, responsibilities, bills, things like that, because you never know when you may just need to fall back on some good credit, or you may just need to fall back on a few dollars. You don't want to have to work or get a financial blessing, and your blessing got to go all into catching up with everything you behind with. You have got to prioritize, get a plan, stay on course, work out a way to keep yourself balanced, and just, man, get that stress off of you. Because I've been there, done that. It ain't nothing worse than being toe up, all, behind from the flow up with stuff, and you never get a break of saying, woosah. You know, it's nothing worse than that. So anyway, I also, before I finish on up here, I was having a talk with somebody about they just broke up with their significant other, and they say every year this time they seem to always have a lot of tension. They break up. I don't know why it's this time of the year. Maybe the time changes, the sun comes out, bodies are showing. I don't know. But every year they seem to have a lot of stress and tension around this time, and they broke up. And this is like the third breakup in 2 years. So they came to me regarding some advice because they're saying, hey, Lady D, this is like becoming redundant. This is something that I just cannot deal with anymore. Every time, every year, we have this breakup situation. And then one of the years, I think they said it was twice they broke up. But they find their way back to each other. So they wanted to know if it's a dysfunctional thing, even though they try to work on and fix whatever the issues are. Is it dysfunctional to keep breaking up with someone and getting back together with them? Well, my thing is, if you have not worked on or tried to correct the issues at hand that caused the breakup, have you dealt with that? Have you dealt with the problems you were having that caused you both to say, okay, I've had enough? Is it communication? Was it abuse? What was it that caused all of these weights of saying I can't take anymore? And then you have to streamline that, get to the root of whatever that problem was. Sometimes you got to go get professional help. Sometimes you got to go to therapy. You definitely got to pray about it, but sometimes you got to go to therapy and you got to try to figure out what is it that we are doing or not doing that's causing this type of situation. And we love each other. We want to be there for each other, but it just gets to the point where we can't take it no more. And I mean, get to the chase of what's happening, what's causing it. When you love somebody and when you are in it to win it unconditionally, you both understand that there's going to be differences, that you're going to have these situations where sometimes lightweight arguments happen, things occur, but how do you get through it? How do you grow within it? What do you do to come up with a correction, a plan to make it better? Do you just bury it under the dirt and leave it there and wait for something crazy, shrubby, and wiry to sprout? Or do you come right on, boom, 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 boom with it and try to fix it? How do you guys deal with it? And a lot of times when couples end up just every 6 months or so, they're breaking up or whatever, that's their escape. That's their escape zone. They don't want to deal with the issues at hand and they never resolve it. So when it gets way up here, somebody bails out or they both bail out. And then until they start missing each other and longing for each other or just don't find nobody else, they want to go back. Now, what will happen if one of them met someone else that they were really interested in and wanted to spend time getting to know? Would they go back? Hmm, that's something to think about, huh? So, I think that this couple should definitely try to work on the whys. And after 3 times of breaking up in 2 years, I don't know. Just maybe they're not meant to be. Just maybe whatever issues they're having cannot be fixed because you got stubbornness. You got somebody or both people that's just not willing to bend and compromise. A relationship takes bending and compromising. It's not just about you anymore. See, when you single, like me right now, I had to put that out there. But when you single, you don't have to worry about nobody but you. You're not responsible for nobody else's, emotions. You're not responsible for whatever it is you decide to do, having to answer to somebody. You're not even responsible for what you're gonna have for dinner tonight. You can go make a peanut butter jelly sandwich and call it a night, and you good. But if you had somebody else, they would be like, "Huh? Peanut butter? What? No, we need some food." So, um, you when you are involved, and trust me, even caring about somebody, you still try to put your best foot forward, even if it's not a relationship status. You still have to try to, you know, put your best foot forward with that person. But when you are in a relationship or married with somebody, you have to be compromising, and you have to always be thinking outside the box in regards to you both, not just one, you both. How will this affect them? If I say this, if I do that, how will this affect them and how will this affect us? Because anything that affects them is going to definitely affect you both. Because why? You both are rowing that boat. So, say for instance, you got two people in a rowboat, and you both have to row this boat together to make it go. One person cannot row or decides not to row. Then the other person has to work that much harder. That much harder. They become tired. They become wore out. Sometimes they even get muscle tears. Sometimes they get fatigued to the point where they're gasping for air. They can barely breathe. I mean, they're doing all the work. Frustration sets in. All of that. But when both of you are rowing it together, it's an easier glide. The stress and the tension becomes less on the other. Okay? You both are doing it together, and it becomes a beautiful experience. And you get to your destination a lot quicker and a lot better. So you have to keep that mindset when you're dealing with working with someone in a relationship or a marriage. It's a team effort. That's why they teach us in school to do things. I remember in college, I used to hate doing team projects because sometimes they would put you on a team where it was always somebody that just would piss you off. They either was difficult, or they didn't want to put their fair, share of the work in, or it was something. But it teaches you how to work together as a team to effectively come up with results that you all pull together to do, because everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and you balance one another when you come together. So I ended up, after the fact, appreciating the teamwork, because why? It gave us a better outcome. And with everything you do in life, there's going to have to be some type of team effort. Whether it's your business, whether it's working together as a family unit, whether it is trying to come together at work with some oh boy, some situations, but you have got to work together as a team to be effective. So in all areas of your life, you're going to have to learn to utilize team efforts, and especially so in your relationships and your marriage and life in general. You have got to do that. So when the weights of everything come down on you at once and you're wanting to know why, when you row in that boat with someone else, it makes that glide a lot easier. When you row in the boat by yourself, you need to focus on one thing at a time, work on that, and then move to the next. Don't be overwhelmed with everything that's crashing down on you at once and try to fix everything. I gotta do this, I gotta do this, I gotta do this. Oh no, let me leave that, I gotta do that. No, you have got to choose your battles orderly, and you work on situation by situation. There's prayer, and then there's that guidance, and then there is that ability to focus on one thing at a time. You are not you are not a magic mountain. You are not somebody who could just do it all. You have got to deal with one hurdle at a time. So keep that in mind. And with that being said, this is your hostess with the mostest, Donna Smith, aka what? Lady D. It's been a pleasure talking to you grown folks this afternoon. And thanks for those who took a moment to chime in to view the video. Share it, like, subscribe. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.